Hi everyone, welcome to Flosstube number 50 part 2. Yeah, it's been a few days since I did my first Flosstube with my haul. Actually, it's probably been about a week because I did that Flosstube not long after I came back from the stitching retreat. But I didn't have, sorry, I'm just turning the camera around. Yeah, I didn't have enough time to actually show you what I'd stitched. So today's Flosstube, the part 2, is going to be showing you what I mainly stitched while I was away and what I've been stitching while I've been at home as well. Now, it may not seem that I've stitched on much. I've had a couple of projects since my last Flosstube. I've worked on about 4 weeks, about 4, maybe more, maybe less. So without further ado, I'm going to show you what I've been working on. Now, the first one, because it's at the side and it's out, I might as well show you this one. So it's this one, Cute Couple. This one was the first ever unboxing and review that I ever had from a company. And this one, I received this in about September, about 2 years ago. Yeah, I know I'm still working on it after 2 years, but it's quite a big one. So if you've been with my channel for a little bit and you've watched my videos, you would have seen this one before, but for the benefit of those who haven't been here for a while, I will show you today. So this is how far I've got at the moment on the Cute Couple. You'll know that I stitched the top and that ages ago. Since I showed you last, I haven't done a whole lot. The bit where I've done is, I think since I showed you, was probably a bit more on the hood, and then I started down here on this bit. So I have not worked a lot on that because I didn't take it with me to the retreat this time, because I took another couple of stitched pieces with me. So yeah, the colours are they're different from the picture. On the picture the hair's a lot more darker, where on here his hair is very light. So I was a bit dubious about that at first, and I kind of admit I wish the colours were still a bit darker, but then again I'm still enjoying working on this piece and they still look all right, so I'm not really mad at it if the colours are slightly off. As I said, I've been working on that one for quite a while now. But you know what us cross stitches are like, we have more than one width. Well, I don't know if you do. Let me know a question. Whenever working on projects, do you only ever have one whip at a time before you start a new start, or do you have lots? Because I have a lot, and I mean a lot. So the next one, now I've got my bag down here, so I might as well. I'm going to get this one out next, because after my last video, thank you for all your comments, by the way. The Mirabili, the new start that I had at the retreat, I had a comment saying thank you for the video and they would like to see the beads, so I'm going to show you the beads today. But before we do that, for the benefit of people that's not watched the video, hang on, I'm going to have to take the chart off there. That's it. For the benefit of you that have not seen it yet, I got this at the retreat that I recently went to, well, about 2 weeks ago I went to. Maybe it's a Mirabilia, and this one is called Charlotte. I brought this from a shop that went to the retreat called Hawkins Hobbies. What I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description below to Hawkins Hobbies, because they actually have their own website where you can get Mirabilia kits. You can also get the Bella Filipina. I would like to try one of theirs. However, they're quite expensive, the Bella Filipina, so unfortunately at the minute it's kind of out the question. So that's the one I brought at the retreat, and I made a start on her. And I started stitching on her on some new fabric that I bought at the retreat as well, a 28 count even weave. Now, if you'd have seen at the retreat, you know how quick I was going. This is how far I've got at the minute. How is that? It's awesome, isn't it? Yeah, I've been loving this. The last couple of days I haven't worked on it because well, I've been tired. Been tired, brother, so I've been... Hello! My cat's just jumped on the table. Can you see his ears? Oh, he's a baby. So yeah, a couple of days I haven't been working on it, but I'm waiting for some floss cards at the minute. So that's how far I've got on there. I'm just working on a skirt. Can I have the chat? Yeah, thank you, darling. So the bit that I'm working on at the minute is this bit down here. I'm working on that. So it's good, isn't it? I'm really pleased with how that's coming along. Never in a million years. Did you just knock the remote on the floor? He's causing havoc. Do you know, he was begging for his dinner, so I said to him, I'm going to give you your dinner, so at least then I can do my floss tube and he won't be jumping on the table. No, he's gone and quickly ate his dinner and then he's jumping on the table. He's like, no, your attention's all mine. Yes, he's my baby. So that's how far I've got at the minute. Absolutely loving it, and I will be working on this tonight. I just can't, it looks brilliant on that fabric. So before I put it away, I'm going to grant somebody's request and actually show you the beads. Can I have that chart, darling? Thank you, sweetie. Sorry, I did kind of need it. He's jumped off now. So the beads, no, I'm not going to take them out the pack because they're still in the pack. But these are the beads that came with the kit. So if I hold it up close, we've got some nice shiny ones there. Got some nice greeny coloured ones there. These are like a really dark blue. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that because of the glare, but they've got like a green tint. These ones are leaves. They're like little leaves. And we've got, yeah, you can see the back of the leaves there. And we've got some more leaves around here. And just, yeah, those are the backs. So those are the beads that came with the Mirabilia. These as well. When you go on Hawkins Hobbies, you can actually, when you get a Mirabilia, you can either buy it as a whole package with the beads, the chart, the fabric, and everything as well. But it also gives you options where if you prefer your own fabric, you can get the whole kit excluding the fabric. And then if you've got fabric at home, use your own fabric, or you can get a kit excluding the chart. So you have got options when you go on there, which also reduces the price as well. So there we go. When I got this, I got it as a kit, but without the fabric, because the fabric that was in it, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to use it, because I think it was like, it might have been like a linen. So I was a bit unsure about using it. So, and besides, I already had some fabric. So, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Hawkins Hobbies now. Hawkins. Yeah. No, they've been going for a while. It's alright, it's my husband asking a question about Hawkins Hobbies. They're really good though, so it is definitely worth checking out if you are thinking about getting a Mirabilia, or even, I think they might do the same with the Bella Filipina. You have options on which to get, but don't quote me on that because I've not ordered a Bella Filipina. But I know they do with the Mirabilias. So, can I just stretch over here, my pudding? I'm sorry, I don't want to squish you. Oh, Are you sitting on the arm now? At the end of the video, I'll put the camera down so you can see along. So, another one that I've been working on is, now I'm holding it in my case, the lovely cross stitch cover and the project bag that I bought from Ebony from the Stitch and Retreat. She has got her own, she has actually created her own Facebook group now, because she's starting to make, well, she's been making these bags, but she has got her own Facebook group where she sells them on now. So what I'll do in as well is I'll leave in the link below, I'll leave in the descriptions below a link to that Facebook group. So that was my project bag I brought at the retreat. I'm holding it upside down. It's got the tag In Stitches Kiss, and I was absolutely pleased as punch with this bag. I showed you in my haul, but I thought I'd give you another quick look. So that is a project that I'm working on, Mickey Mouse. Now if you have a look on here, in that project, his ears are black and his chest is black, isn't it? Mickey Mouse's ears are always black, isn't it? Always black. However, when I looked on the chart had 939. It was requesting that you stitch his ears and his body in 939, which us stitches now is like a really dark blue, and I think that is not gonna, I'm gonna swap out the colours, because yeah, I've never known Nikki's ears or body to be like a dark blue, so I just felt like it wasn't right, it needed to be black. So I actually switched it out. I took the 939 out and I brought a bunch of these, they were only cheap threads, there were only 3 for £1 at my local craft shop. And they're just 310, just black, nothing special, not shiny but or anything. But I brought a bunch of them to swap out the colour. So now his body and ears are not going to be 939, they're going to be 310. Now with any cross stitch that I do get, the colours that come with it, I just roll with it and I'll do whatever colours it comes with, even if they do seem a little bit odd. However, that I felt like it had to be 310. I was like, yeah, I'm not stitching that 939, it's got to be 310. So, and this one I worked on last night while I was watching, I watched on TV. Does anyone ever remember the older movie Assault on Precinct 13? It is 13, isn't it? Yeah. I remember watching that movie as a kid, and I remember watching it with my mum and dad, and it was one of me all-time, I just love that movie. So I decided to watch that last night, and because I was watching a movie, I chose something really simple to do. So this is how far I've got on Mickey Mouse at the minute. Not too far. I've been doing a bit of the background, but I thought with doing the background, you're still getting stitching done, but you're also watching a movie. So that is how far I've got at the minute. So all his ears now, that should have been dark blue, that's going to be 310. So I'm doing that space here, and then I'll fill in those bits. So yeah, that's how far. This kit, by the way, of Mickey Mouse, that one, that is from Biggest Craft. It was sent to me for a review kit. So thank you to Biggest Craft. I am enjoying it at the minute. It was just that one little hiccup with Mickey's ears being dark blue, but it wasn't a problem, just to change the colours out. But yeah, I don't think on the companies that sell, the companies that do sell these kits, they have a supplier, a separate supplier that sorts out the kit. So I don't think it's a reflection on Biggest Craft with the colour being not what it should, but yeah. So the next one, now this is a special one. This is for my husband, whose ancestor tragically died on the Titanic. You'd have seen this one before. It's Wallace Hartley, and Wallace Hartley was the band leader on the Titanic, and that was my husband's ancestor. We don't know. I was trying to look back and figure whether it might have been his great grandfather, but I think it was now probably, I don't think it was his great grandfather. I think it was his actual great uncle. So I was trying to look it back and do all the connections, and I was nearly getting there, you know. So anyway, that's what I'm stitching for my husband as a memorial piece for Wallace Hartley, and to have a part of my husband's ancestry in the house. So I worked a lot on this at the retreat. I did do, now when I first started doing this, I worked on the background at the bottom. It took me a while to do them letters, and I thought I want to see what his face looks like. So I started working on his face, and I continued working on his face at the stitching retreat, and that's how far I've got on his face at the minute. I do need to fill in a little bit. Where is it? One dot there and about 3 down there, and that's his main face. But because I've actually been working on this as well since coming back from the retreat, I've been doing the background on this as well. So I started there, and I've been worked all my way down. So if I hold it back, we've got all this done. So my idea for this is to work all round, do all around the background, and then I'll go to his house, start working on that, and then just work my way around it. Really, I'm taking my time with this one because this is a really special one. This is special. All of them are special, but this is even more special. Now, at first when I was stitching his face, I was really worried about it because the colours, they were way off. Because his face there does actually seem more darker than the photo, and if you look down here, his shirt, at the bottom of his shirt looks really dark, doesn't it? Where there it looks light. So I was really dubious about that, but since stitching on his face, it's actually looking more better than I thought it would. So I'm really pleased with that, pleased with the progress. So the other one, have I got thread in here? Oh, hang on. I'm not sure where that's from. That might be from Wallace Hartley, actually. So I'm just going to pop that back in there. So the last project I'm going to show you is, I'm not sure if I've worked on this since I did my last floss tube. I do apologise. Oh, bit of all there. I do apologise. But yeah, I'm not sure if I worked on this. If I haven't, then good. If I did, then sorry. So anyway, some of you might have seen this one. I know I've had a few comments about how nice it is. That is the chart. It's pumpkin spice. Gorgeous, absolutely frigging gorgeous. I love that. Now, I didn't write down where this was from, but actually I think it might have been from Biggest Craft. I seem to remember. I do apologise if it was not. So I've got here, I think I have done some since I spoke to you last. I've done this. So yeah, it doesn't seem like a whole lot, but it's actually a fair amount, that is. Yeah, so that's what I've done at the moment on that. Really enjoying that piece. It is an 11 count, that is. I don't think I took this to retreat either, because I only took, when I went to the retreat, I usually take my craft tote, a case, but this time I thought having to carry it, because I'd take that and the rucksack, and I thought instead of having to carry all that, I'm just going to take a suitcase, put my clothes in, and just have a couple of projects instead of loads and then not stitching on them. So that's what I did, and it actually worked out better. So I'm just sliding that back in there. Now, I have got another kit in here, but I've not started it yet, so at this point is showing you that. I just want to show you what I've been working on. So, haul. I haven't got a haul, obviously, because I only really get hauls when I'm at the retreats, because I save my money for it. I got a couple of odds and ends. Now, I'm waiting for a piece of fabric to come, and also some floss drops. However, last week I went into TK Maxx in Lancaster because it's my mother-in-law's 70th on Friday, and was just looking for little gift ideas, and I was just having a look round. So I had a look in TK Maxx and I found this. Now, at the stitching retreat, my good friend Lucy, she had a light that was attached to a stitching, and I said to her, I asked her where she got it from, and I said, doesn't it feel heavy with that like attached to your fabric thing on the stitching? And she said no, it's considerably light. So I just held it and was like, actually that's not bad, because I've got my magnifying glasses and I've got the LED light on there, and they are good. However, when I didn't feel like wearing that, I thought maybe that'll come in handy. So when I actually went in TK Maxx, I came across one. It was just there on its own, with the craft section, and I thought, very nice. So I got, it's technically a book light, so it's really supposed to be used on books. However, it's just as fine as a craft light. Now the light, it's actually LED light, and the switch is there. Yeah, can you see that? And it's got two settings, a dark, a medium, and that. And then you switch it again and it turns it off. Now that's coming really handy. That was £12.99 I paid for that. So it's alright, quite like that. And the other two things that I got was, did I mention in my last video when I use these special needles that's got like a ball on the end? Well, because I've been enjoying using it that much on my Mirabilia, I thought I'll try not to lose my needles, but sometimes that's not always the case. So I got myself 3 more, just in case for some reason I do lose that needle. At least I've got a couple more. Now, I wasn't sure what size it was that I had off that lady. I could not remember. So if you are watching this, Teresa, what size was that needle that you gave me? Because I don't know. So because I didn't know what size it was, I ordered 3 sizes. So I got size 22 there. You're not really going to see that needle. I got size 24. Now I think it may be a size 24 that I was using. I could be wrong. And I got a size 26. So for at least, if I've got 3 different sizes for if I want to use them. So that's, hopefully I won't lose the one I'm using, but just in case for some reason I did, I've got my others. So yeah, I had to get those because I heard that you could only get them from Lakeside. So that's what I did. So that's it for my stitching progress. So my plans for today, I don't know what I'm going to stitch on yet, to be honest, because I'm a bit more busy. I've got 2 companies to email to sort out an unboxing and review for them later when my son and daughter get back from school. She's actually at after school club, play ball pool. She was playing dodgeball last week, so I'll pick up my son, we'll go and have a hot chocolate, and then I'll go and pick up my daughter. And I said, because my son was on about learning to stitch, because he already knows how to back stitch and do some stitches because he learned it at school, and because he wants to learn a little bit cross stitch as well. I said, well, the best way to probably show him is to probably show him on a stamped kit, because you don't need the chart. You're not keep referring back to a chart, and your symbols are already printed on the fabric. You just go over them with the colours. So what we're going to do is I'm going to, because I've got a lot upstairs, I'm going to have a look through with him and see, pick out a really easy one for him to do and one that he likes. So I thought that would be nice. Now, the other thing that I've been doing before I let you go, because we're at 25 minutes now, is I've been trying to do a bit of reading. Now, for the start of the year, I was flying through books like there were no tomorrow. I must have read, I set myself a goal of 12 books this year. I've read about 12 books, I have, because I started just flying through them. But I do that, suddenly I'll go months and months and months without reading, and then all of a sudden I'll just fly through a few books at a time, and I'm quite quick, and my husband's giving me a funny look. However, the book that I'm reading at the moment is this. It's called Titanic 2020, and it's by Colin Bateman. It's a really good book. So I'm just going to read you at the back. It's got, everyone said the original Titanic was unsinkable. Shows how much they know. Everyone says the new Titanic is unsinkable, but there are worse things than drowning, as stowaway Jimmy Armstrong and rich girl Claire quickly find out. With a mysterious incurable disease rapidly infecting the population, being at sea seems the safest place to be. So yeah, basically it's about a little, well not little, it's about a kid, he's about 11 or 12, he's a stowaway from Belfast, from like a school thing, and he goes on the Titanic, the latest Titanic in 2020, and while he's on there as a stowaway, a big light rapid disease starts to swipe through the world, the countries, and I'm just up to a part now where it's actually starting to affect the people on this ship now. It's really, really good. I've only got about 28 or so pages left to go through. I bought this at my local market for £2. So yeah, loving that book. So anyway guys, I'm going to get going now because we're already at 28 minutes nearly, and it's going to take forever to load this video. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please feel free to give the video a big thumbs up. Leo is currently kissing you all. He's kissing the camera. And I really do appreciate it. Thank you to all my subscribers. I really do appreciate every single one of you.
Didn't say you were going to show.
And yeah, I did, didn't I? So just bear with me. I'm going to take you out of the tripod. And we're going to have a little peek at the cat. Leo. Say hi. Say hi, baby. Hi, baby. My baby. My baby boy. You're my baby boy. You say goodbye to everyone. Like, no. Yeah, it's my little boy. Absolutely love him to bits. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get going now, and I'll see you again soon. So goodbye for now. Bye.